I've previously found myself in relationships that constantly required me to sell my soul to the highest bidder in the form of compromising my belief systems, my values and principles, and sometimes my dreams and goals, just to serve and feed this relationship. And I realized that the more I compromised myself for the sake of a relationship, for the sake of a friendship, I was actually putting my soul up for sale. And I decided at some point that no more, my soul will come first. I will start living to serve and feed my soul, and whatever I attract, I will attract, and whatever I have to lose in order to keep my soul filled, I was willing to lose. And I realized that when I started living to serve me, then I started losing those kind of relationships. So today I want to talk to you about soul up for sale. I am Pulaa Montz, your inner voice magnified. We sell our souls to the highest bidder without even realizing it, right? Because every time we stop feeding ourselves, we stop responding to what our souls need in order to please other people. That is really putting our souls up for sale. Have you ever put your soul up for sale in terms of compromise? Where you compromising your values, you compromising your belief systems, and you compromising your principles for the sake of a relationship. You've always told yourself you will never be disrespected in a relationship. You will never accept anybody who shows total disrespect for you in a relationship. But here you are right now in a toxic relationship where you're finding yourself constantly being disrespected. A person is constantly cheating on you. A person even has the audacity to come into your home with another person. Your partner comes into your home with another person, complete disrespect, and you're still finding yourself there. Have you sold your soul to the highest bidder? Have you allowed your soul to be put up for sale? We compromise on who we are so much just to please the friends that we have, right? To keep the friendships that we have. You have passed through that stage of gossiping. At this point that you've become somebody who doesn't have time anymore to sit around the table and have somebody for lunch, right? But you constantly continue gossiping because you just want to feed this relationship, although you know that deep down in your heart, deep down in your soul, that you are no longer that person who enjoys gossip anymore. You'd rather be focusing on yourself. You'd rather be talking about your dreams and goals. But now, because you recognize that the only thing that you have in common with these people is gossip, when you stop gossiping, then it means you lose these friendships. Then you start putting your soul up for sale. You start compromising on those values for the sake of these relationships. You start compromising on your dreams and goals in order to serve these people who constantly want to go out every weekend. Yes, it was fun last year or 2 years back to be those kind of people who are forever painting the town red. But you've reached a point where you are discovering who you are, and you want time to be set aside in order to start learning the kind of person that you are, in order to start planning to activate your goals and dreams. But now you recognize that if you pull out of the plans that you have for every weekend, then you risk losing these friendships, and at the expense of your soul. You keep going for these meetings, these lunches, and these weekend dates that you know you don't need right now. Have you put your soul up for sale? You know, we put our souls up for sale when we surrender to the limiting thoughts that we have about ourselves. You know, how many times, how many years have you had this dream that is still a dream even today? You know this dream won't let you go. It's burning deep down in your soul, and you keep pushing in your career. You keep pushing in whatever business that you are currently doing, but you realize it doesn't matter how much success you experience currently. Your soul is still not fulfilled. And yet that one thing that you know is disturbing your soul, it's still a dream even today. You know, you at first you were saying, no, I will start. Now you've got a good excuse because now it's COVID-19. But you don't realize that, you know, even starting research is working towards the dream. You haven't even done the research that only requires you maybe to sit in front of your laptop or to sit with your phone and start searching for information regarding this dream that you have. And yet you say, it's COVID-19, I will start next year. No business can thrive right now. You tell yourself anyway. How long will you keep putting your soul up for sale? Because when you compromise on your dreams, when you surrender to these limiting thoughts that tell you you are not worthy, then you are compromising your soul. You know, the one thing that I've learned about purpose, which is that dream that is in your soul that won't let you go, that burning desire to do something that is constantly there, no matter what you achieve in your life, that thing is constantly there. That's what I call purpose. You know, you tell yourself that you do not have enough. You are not intelligent enough to make it happen. You do not have enough resources to make it happen. But what I've learned about purpose is that purpose feeds itself. Purpose funds itself. Purpose attracts resources to itself, but it needs you to activate it, to take that first step. And you are never without the first step or the resources that are required to take the first step towards your purpose. You are never without the resources that you need to take the first step towards your purpose. But even today, although you've known that this is your purpose for the past 4 years, it's still a dream. It's still a burning desire in you. You haven't done anything about it. You've sold your soul to your limiting thoughts. You know, we sell our souls to our limiting thoughts when we surrender to time wasters. You know, you plan your day today that there are 3 things that you need to do. It doesn't matter what happens today. It doesn't matter what else you don't get to do. But if you do these 3 things, you will be satisfied that today was a successful day. But when you review your day at the end of it, you realize that you didn't even do one of those things. And when you try and really assess the day, you see that there is no real reason why you didn't do these things. You spend time on social media watching other people pursuing their dreams. You spend time on TV watching Olympics, watching other people pursuing their dreams, watching movies, watching other people pursuing their dreams, watching soapies, watching other people pursue your dreams. You know, I've heard Teresa Velfoy saying, you know, life was never meant to be watched, but life is meant to be lived. So when you assess your day, you find that you've wasted time. There is nothing that drains the soul than realizing you lost a day for nothing. Have you sold your soul to time wasters? You know, most of us, we sell our souls to procrastination. Procrastination. You know, I would be far had it not been for the times that I had procrastinated when I knew I was supposed to do something, but I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. I ended up saying, you know what, I'll start tomorrow. You know, I'll do it tomorrow. We procrastinate even on important things. How many times have you procrastinated on working on a relationship? For some of you, it's a relationship with your children. You've realized that, you know, you spend a lot of time working, and 2 years ago, you made a decision that you wanted to spend a little bit more time with your kids. And even today, it's still something that you're planning to do. You don't recognize that already by now, your kids are 2 years older from the point when you first decided that you wanted to spend time with them. So there has been a 2 years lapse from the time you made the decision until now. And even today, you still haven't activated that relationship. You know, the thing is, you think you have time. But how many times have we seen kids saying to parents, you know, I needed you when I was younger. Don't you think it's a bit too late to try and play daddy now? Don't you think it's a bit too late to try and play a supportive mom now? I needed you back then. Yes, I agree. You are working so hard so that you can provide for the same kid that you are ignoring. But remember, kids don't see money. They feel love. They will appreciate money when maybe they are in their teens, when maybe they are in their 20s. But as young as they are right now, they don't see the money. They just see your absence. Are you willing to sell that relationship to procrastination? You know, nothing drains the soul than not doing the things that you know you need to do, than not working on relationships that you know you need to work on. Because, you know, no money in the world can ever fill up a gap of a relationship that you have with your loved ones. Have you sold your soul to the highest bidder? You know, the one thing that I know is that when you live to please other people, you will always have unrest in your soul. But the minute you decide to live, to feed and serve your soul, then you will reject time wasters. You will reject people who try and bring you down, who try and get you to compromise on the person that you are. When you start living to serve and feed your soul, then you'll experience inner peace like you've never experienced before. I am Pulaa Montz, your inner peace and purpose coach.